Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry that we cannot be together for this prestigious and important event. I find some solace, though, in the fact that we are using information and communication technology to diffuse this ceremony dedicated to the memory of the first IEC President, Lord Kelvin. Nowadays, he is often remembered for his groundbreaking work in measurement instrumentation and lighting, as well as for coining scientific terms that have come into broad use, such as thermodynamics and kinetic energy. What is sometimes forgotten is that he was also a pioneer of an important precursor of modern ICT telegraphy. Lord Kelvin played a crucial role in designing the transatlantic cable that reduced the time needed to exchange information between Europe and America from weeks to hours. It is thanks to him and the scientists who followed that nowadays the IEC can provide a unique and highly efficient global platform for thousands of experts to share their expertise. Lord Kelvin and the other founders of the IEC understood that progress depends on the ability to spread new technologies widely through standardization. Advances in communication have made it possible to realize that vision on a truly global scale. In honor of Lord Kelvin, the IEC has established the Lord Kelvin Award. It is the highest distinction of the IEC and honors excellence. It is my pleasure and honor to bestow the 2020 Lord Kelvin Award on Mr. Tony Capel for his tireless and dedicated contribution to standardization and the value of the IEC.
I would like to extend my sincere congratulations to Tony Capel for his richly deserved Lord Kelvin Award. This is a prestigious distinction that honors Mr. Capel's dedication and achievements. He has served the IEC tirelessly for 4 decades, bringing to his work a keen understanding of the needs of industry and consortia. Mr. Capel has demonstrated commitment, rigor, and the leadership skills to achieve consensus around new standards. There are several examples, but one in particular stands out. Mr. Capel's technical knowledge and diplomatic skills were instrumental in resolving the field bus dilemma of the mid-1990s, when multiple technologies were competing for the IEC 61158 standard, covering industrial network systems for real-time control. Mr. Capel is already the recipient of a Thomas Edison Award for his work as chair of IEC SC 65C on industrial networks. He has served as a Canadian member of the SMB, responsible for the management and supervision of IEC standards work. Mr. Capel has also been active in a range of SMB, ad hoc and associated groups. His contributions range from clarification of systems concepts to leading the work on machine-readable standards. The IEC is greater than the sum of its parts, but what parts they are. We are very lucky indeed to be able to count on the individual contributions of 20,000 engineers, scientists, and other world-class experts who ensure that our work is revered and trusted universally. Mr. Capel embodies their best qualities, and in many ways, this Kelvin Award is also a thank you to the loyalty and hard work of all our standards and conformity assessment experts. Mr. Capel, once again, please accept my heartfelt congratulations. We are grateful for all that you have done for the IEC.
Good day, I'm Maccabi Walcott, Vice President of Standards and International Relations at the Standards Council of Canada. As Canada's voice for standards and accreditation, we at SCC are thrilled to congratulate Tony Capel for receiving the 2021 IEC Lord Kelvin Award, IEC's greatest honor. This is a milestone in the history of Canada's work in international standards development, as Tony is the first Canadian to receive this tribute from the International Electrotechnical Commission. It is a testament of his outstanding contributions in the areas of wireless industrial communication networks, cybersecurity, and smart grid technology frameworks. Tony is well respected for his neutrality, integrity, and ability to address complex issues. I would also like to use this opportunity to thank the family of Tony Capel for supporting him whilst doing this important work internationally on behalf of Canada. I'm delighted now to hand this over to Colin Clark, our President of the Canadian National Committee for IEC.
Thank you, Maccabi. Hello, everyone. It's a great privilege and pleasure for me to present this tribute to Tony. He's the 37th recipient of this award since it was established in 1995. Electrotechnology plays a vital role in the prosperity of society, the economy, and the environment. Standardization and conformity assessment are key elements in every aspect of electrotechnology. Tony's dedicated work in the last 40 years exemplifies the importance of collaboration to advance effective standardization in technology. Along with his many leadership roles within IEC, he has contributed to the development of standards for the International Organization for Standardization, the Institute of Electrical and Electronic Engineers, the International Society for Automation, and the Internet Engineering Task Force. On behalf of IEC, I'm delighted to present the 2021 Lord Kelvin Award to Tony Capel.
Well, thank you, Colin and Maccabi, for those kind words, and to Dr. Shu and Mr. Metzger for this great honor named after the IEC's first president and recalling the IEC's early days when standards were urgently needed for the first electrical revolution of over a century ago. I'll return to that in a moment. First, I must thank my many colleagues and friends of the last 40 years from Technical Committee 65 on Industrial Automation. Tom Finney, Bernard Dumortier, Valerie de Menesus, Rudy Biliardi, and Ian Verhappen, and too many more to mention here. More recently, friends from the Standardization Management Board. Thank you all. I'm sorry I can't name you all today. Also thanks to the Standards Council of Canada, Michael Barassa, Lynn Gibbons, Colin Clark, and many others. Those working in standards often find it difficult to sustain their long-term participation as their priorities in the work life change. The decades of sustained support from the Standards Council of Canada is the biggest reason I can be with you today. 40 years ago, I was a young engineer enthusiastic over the revolution in electronic communications, Ethernet, and ultimately the Internet. There are many interesting and great technical discussions with lots to learn. But even more, it was learning to listen to others, to appreciate their ideas, and to understand how consensus can be built. This was just as important. Standardization is not only about technology, but also about reaching common agreement if possible, and consensus when not. As I mentioned at the beginning, the IEC was established over a century ago by Lord Kelvin and others to address the standardization needs of the first electrical revolution. The importance of standardization and the work of the IEC is clearer to me than ever before. With climate change, we have new imperatives to move from a fossil economy and convert to a more sustainable one. Smart electrification, smart generation, storage, distribution, and the use of electricity is the world's consensus enabler of this revolution. This revolution is already occurring at a pace that may even exceed that of the communications revolution of a few decades ago. For young people thinking of the IEC and working in standardization, there are new opportunities to meet these global challenges, and while doing so, gain a better understanding of others and how to negotiate common ways forward. Again, thanks to the IEC for this high honor. Thanks to my many friends in TC65 and the SMB. And thanks to Marjorie, my wife, who's been putting up with all this for many years. And thanks to the Standards Council of Canada for allowing me to participate in this important work for these many years. Thanks all again. Thank you.